Shalom, shalom. Hold on, bear with me real quick. Yes, that's my channel. Let's make sure everything is copacetic. I want to say shalom, shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Shai, Bashem, Kakadash. And double honors to the apostles, a great millstone, and the elders that rule well and teach well through the Spirit. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect in the same Spirit. Lord willing that you continue to endure and be sincere. Shalom to the Aquatium that are believers in his faith and his truth. Lord willing that you continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. I just want to deal with this verse. Let me see if it's verse 2. It's really verse 1, not verse 2, but I'll read verse 1 and 2. It says, "Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith Yahweh. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my sheep. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evils of your doings, saith Yahweh." And it is some of us, I'm saying us because I call myself a teacher, a pastor, evangelist of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But it's some that don't, through the Spirit, visit the people, let alone they have evil doings that's in darkness. And not just only dealing with the situation that just came out today, but this is what we teach, that the same things that happened before is happening again. And Lord willing, we can bring out the Ecclesiastes, but Lord willing, this time I am not going to hold you guys too long. I just want to keep this straight to the point, because today you should grow in more fear of the Lord, right? Because anybody that is taken away from this word, anybody that was put in a position to be a false teacher, the Lord put you in a position to perish. A false teacher that's not of the elect, his destination is to be destroyed. So woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith Yahweh. They're going to be doomed, destroyed, right? And I'm going to just read these verses right here, and then I'm probably going to close, right? So this is Jeremiah. It says, Jeremiah 2:8, it says, "The priest said not, where is Yahweh? And they that handle the law knew me not." Look at the Pharisees. The Pharisees and Sadducees, but the Pharisees held the law. They sat at Moses' seat, but they truly did not know Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Because if they don't know Yahushai, they don't know Yahweh. "The pastors also transgressed against me, and the prophets prophesied by Baal, and walked after things that do not profit," right? We got modern day Baal, which you can look at as Jesus Christ, right? The so-called Edomite looking Caesar Borgia, right? But when you start growing in this knowledge, you start to find out the true Hamashiach is Yahweh Shai. The true anointed is Yahweh Shai, right? And we call him by his true name that he was given in Hebrew, right? Jesus means earth pig, so it doesn't have anything comparison to the name Yahweh Shai, which means he saves or he delivers, right? And walk after things that do not profit. Drop it down to 26. It says, as the thief is ashamed when he is found, so is the house of Israel ashamed. They, their kings, their prince, and their priests and their prophets, right? As the thief is ashamed when he is found, so is the house of Israel ashamed, right? And even more, when you go to Isaiah 30 and 10, you had some Jake that wanted the prophets and the seers to speak smooth things and not right things. We're in that time where people are comfortable. Like, there's nothing wrong with teaching the law, right? When people drown you in the law and disaster is going to come, some people are going to be upset that you didn't warn them. Now, what if you is teaching about destruction in a certain way, but you're teaching it falsely? You're going to be judged strictly. This is not about us. Yes, it's about the children of Israel, but as a bigger spectrum, it's all about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord chose you for a job. The Lord can fire you, you know? He don't need none of us, right? He chose us. What is it? 1 Corinthians. The Lord made this foolish preaching just for the believers. I believe that is 1 Corinthians 1 and 20 or 1 and 18. It says, thus saith Yahweh Shema Shai God, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. And there's men on this side, even you freaking silly women, you're foolish. But you teachers that's supposed to hold a certain office, a certain position for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you're truly following your own heart. And we know that in Jeremiah 17 and 9, no man knows the heart, right? It is wicked above all things. Ezekiel 34 verse 2, son of man, prophesied against the shepherds of Israel, right? Which can go into prophets, apostles. Prophesy and say unto them, thus saith Yahweh Shemashai, power unto the shepherds. Woe be unto the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flocks? Right? And this is beautiful because even when you go into the time of Yahushai, we talk about the time of Yahushai, it was shepherds of Israel that was feeding themselves and not looking at the stature of the sheep, paying attention to the flock. And whatever you teach, usually dumb sheep, if they are dumb and you dumb, they're gonna follow the crap that you teach. Like the Pharisees was making a law that you can't eat food, like you sinning if you eating food with dirty hands, right? You got brothers pushing that, brother, you ain't going off if you having sex on a Shabbat. When you start thinking of it, the Shabbat's supposed to be separate from any day, and that's the day of the Lord. Yes, the Lord gave us a wife. You telling me that you can't, out of one day out the week or one day out the month, that you can't hold your McNuggets and not to grope on your woman like that? If you don't see it, hey, I'm not here to force you, right? We got other things when it comes to we're in the time of prophecy, not in the time of lollygagging. When somebody's trying to teach you the right prophecy, no, man, brother, it's about the law. Yes, when you teach, yes, you're teaching the law. But when it comes to actually teaching us and getting Israel to fear the Lord, you're teaching, like if somebody say, if you don't keep the commandments, you're going to be destroyed. If that's the case, go into prophecies. Because in order to be destroyed, the Lord has to come. The Lord has to come. Don't you know some of you wicked Jake, the Lord is prolonging your life and you ain't even following the law? You know, what we got to say about that? The Lord has mercy on who he has mercy. The Lord can prolong anybody's life who he wants to prolong. Some of us can be thinking that we claiming this truth and really not. When that time comes, the Lord can put that death upon you because it's all Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. While you're in movement, that mercy door and that grace period is open. Don't abuse it, but use it, right? The Lord tells us don't abuse the world, but use it. Yahushai played his role, but the whole point with Yahushai, you want to do the best that you can and grow in faith, you know? especially if you're picking up this Bible, you should have on your conscience to teach it truthfully. Now, for the elect is predestined. I can't make somebody teach something true. But on the opposite, if you hearing this, you should be making a spiritual discernment on who's really feeding you, right? So let's go to this, the gospel in Matthew 23, verse 13. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. For ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye devour widow houses, and for a pretense make long prayer. Therefore ye shall receive the greater damnation. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, right? A hypocrite is somebody that say but don't do. For ye compass sea and land to make one proselyte, and when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves. Woe unto you, ye blind guides, would say, whosoever shall swear by the temple, it is nothing, but whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple is a debtor. What? Right? It says, ye fools and blind. For whether is greater the gold or the temple that sanctifieth the gold. And whosoever shall swear by the altar, it is nothing, but whosoever sweareth by the gift that is upon it, he is guilty. Ye fools and blinds. For whether is greater the gift or the altar that sanctifieth the gift. Right? And this woe is going to destruction, doom. Right? You got Sadducees that don't believe in the spirit world, Sadducees that don't believe in the resurrection. You got Pharisees that don't believe in Yahushua. Right? The Lord is not playing with us, man. Right? How about Shemashai is not playing with us. You're going to get that again and deliver it again in the NLT. Right? What was that? Matthews 23 and 12. You just keep it to the point and keep it moving, right? And this is to rebuke any spirit that wants to take away from the Lord, or anybody that wants to be foolish, and the Lord is upholding all that we do. This right here puts fear upon me because I know I'm teaching. I know that I'm a student and I'm watching other people teach, and I'm trying to sharpen my sword. Right? You don't want to be picking up I'm just being honest. You don't want to pick up this word and use it for vain sake. And then behind closed doors, you're more wicked than the wicked witch in the Wizard of Oz. Right? Matthew 23:13 in let's start at verse 12 in NLT. But those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Didn't Saul get humbled? But in order for him to truly get humble, he had to fall, and still could not exalt the Lord, because a lot of us, we get riches, we get some type of position on the side, we start to get prideful. We start getting big-headed like airheads. What sorrow awaits you, teachers of religious law, and you Pharisees, hypocrites, for you shut the door of the kingdom of heaven in people's faces. You won't go in yourselves. You don't let others enter either. What sorrow awaits you, teachers of religious law, and you Pharisees. This is 15. Hypocrites, for you cross land and sea to make one convert, and then you turn that person into twice the child of hell. You yourselves, see, you got one objective: to convert somebody. Convert is somebody leaving their ways. But then you turn a person into twice the child of hell. You yourselves are. So then you're making this person worse than what they was in the first case. Blind guides, what sorrow awaits you, for you say that it means nothing to swear by God's temple, but that it is blind to swear by the gold in the temple. What? That it means nothing to swear by the temple of God, but it is bending to swear by the gold in the temple. Blind fools, which is more important, the gold or the temple that makes the gold scarce? And you say that to swear by the altar is not bending, but to swear by the gifts on the altar is bending. How blind? For which is more important, the gift on the altar or the altar that makes the gift scarce? This is a question. When you answer by the altar, you are swearing by it and by everything on it. When you swear by the temple, you are swearing by it and by God who believe in it. And when you answer by heaven, you are swearing by the throne of God and by God who sits on the throne. What sorrow awaits you, teachers of religious laws, and you Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are careful to tithe even the tidiest income from your herb gardens, but you ignore the more important aspect of the law: justice, mercy, faith. You should tithe, yes, but do not neglect the more important things, which is justice, right? That judgment, that righteous judgment, mercy, which is compassion, and faith. These niggas lack faith in Hamashiach Yahushai. A lot of people on this side is the same reflection back then. They got a big head of themselves. This truth is not about popularity. This shit is not about the best garment. This shit is not about the biggest camp. This is about the truth. Truth, the truth, right? 24, blind guides, you strain your water so you won't accidentally swallow a gnat, but you swallow a camel. What sorrow awaits you, teachers of religious law, and you Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are so careful to clean the outside of the cup and the dish, but you inside are filthy, full of greed and self-indulgence, right? You don't never get a cup and just clean the outside. You clean the inside. Jeremiah 17:10, the Lord is searching the hearts, which is in the inside, trying the reins and giving every man according to his ways, right? To be a new creature, you're a new creature within. Romans 2:29, to be a real Jew is a Jew inwardly. That don't mean you're by blood, you're not a Jew. But to really walk like a Jew is inwardly, following the ways of the Lord, having faith unconditionally, having a reverence or having a fear unto the Lord, right? Just like Jonathan, he truly believed in the Lord. Look how connected he was to David, the Lord's anointed, right? He loved David more than his own soul. He was picking David over his father. The children of Israel truly feared the true prophets. Some of the so-called prophets on this side, people are enjoying you. You're not fearful. The real prophets is speaking doom and death. They're speaking, thus saith the Lord, what's gonna come. You niggas is speaking that good talk. Oh, hold on. We can't have everybody follow this guy because then Rome is gonna take everything from us. You niggas couldn't, like the brothers be saying, you couldn't last in my shoes. You couldn't last in my shoes. How about teaching without a 503c? How about teaching with only 5 brothers with you and only 4 people, 3 people, 6 people get on your live? Oh, I started doing that in the beginning, but now the Lord let me grow. No, imagine doing that for years after years after years. And you still feel that the Lord is only sending true believers your way. How you going to decipher 10,000 people, 20,000 people? Look at the Lord, man. I got 12,000 people watching my video. Man, this is all the elect. Everybody's not going to like the true prophets, but the Pharisees was liked. Mother suckers liked that these mofos wasn't bringing justice. Some people liked that they wasn't merciful or had compassion. Some people was with them when it came to faith. They had faith in the law, but they truly didn't have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right? Verse 26, it says, you blind Pharisees, first wash the inside of the cup and the dish, and then the outside will become clean too. There you go. For anybody washing dishes, wash the inside first. The plate, the cup. This is why certain dishes have stains in the inside or little food particles, because you go fire on the outside. Because of course that's the first thing you see. Even a plate. Clean the shit. Hey, look, if you got your food, your plates in the dishwasher before you put them in the cabinet, look in the inside. When you cleaning the spoon, you got to get in the crevices, because we putting that in our mouth. Right? We got to clean the inside of our crevices, man. You don't brush your lips, you brush your teeth, which is inside. Think about it. You don't soak your body in apple juice, orange juice. You drink it so it goes in the inside. Right? In this temple, to consume stuff, we put it inside. When you put lotion on, your body absorb it. Oil, it absorbs. Grease, you put it in, it absorbs in your pores. You drop eye drops in your eyes, is going within. What really matters is what is within. The outside is just out for decoration. The clothes that we wear is to cover our human nakedness. But are you covered in the inside? Adam and Eve was naked because of sin. Right? 27, it says, "What sorrow awaits you, teachers of religious law, you Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are like whitewashed tombs, beautiful on the outside, but filled on the inside with dead people's bones and all sorts of impurity." That's Ezekiel 37. Them niggas is dead. Revelations 11 and 8. They're dead from the neck up. And we talking about leaders, man. Right? It's some that y'all might be favoritism of. Oh, I love this brother. It could be a small teacher, right? A lot of them is lovers of themselves, and a lot of them is still dead. You got people still in this thinking about you stabbing people with the law before bringing them towards the name of Yahushua. Do you know how, look, we got time. What you rushing to hurry up and give them the law, but not teach them about Yahushua? People think the law is over Yahushua. He's the word. He is the word that accumulates everything. The whole Bible, he comes in the whole volume of the book. So you should be pointing people to Hamashiach Yahushua. The more that they fear the Lord, the more. Look, if my kids, I could just look at them in a certain way. My kids will either sit down or they'll go somewhere. Let me leave the house. My wives will physically have, of course you should whip your kids, but my wives can't make a certain face. They make a certain face, them kids just gonna look at them. I make a certain face, them kids get scared of me. And as soon as I'm speaking, you got to have that same type of fear for the Lord. And this man is watching us and you can't see him. And we talking about Pharisees that sat in Moses' seat. Now that I'm in this truth, it hits me more and more. You cannot play around when you're putting in a position of teaching the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is not a light thing. This is a serious thing. This is life or death. Anybody that's falsely teaching is going to be put to death. I don't care who you is. Past tense, in this present moment, you falsely teaching, judgment is going to happen in the house of Israel. Who you think getting touched first? You men, and even you women of the faith, and then you men and you women that don't even know or obey the gospel. Judgment is happening for the ones that saying Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You might say Jesus, but you know that you're a Hebrew Israelite. You know salvation is only for Jake. Guess what? You're going to get touched. Right? Verse 28. Outwardly you look at righteous people, but inwardly your hearts are filled with hypocrisy and lawlessness. Right? The wicked always looking at the outer appearance of somebody. But, oh, brother, where your fringes at? But in the inside, brothers can show you who they is really in the inside because the knowledge the Lord have given them. I don't got my fringes on because you're wearing, in ancient time, we was wearing a garment or a robe. We're in captivity. I don't see it nowhere where you putting it on a t-shirt. It says throughout your generations, right? You're wearing it to the, hey, if you want to wear it every day, hey, that's you. You can wear it every other day. You're wearing it throughout your generations, right? But at the end of the day, a real man, when he's analyzing the scriptures, he's wearing it on a garment or a robe. In this captivity, what Jake is wearing a robe or a garment every day, wherever they go. We're in captivity where we can't even be comfortable doing these things, right? If you know the sword is coming, the men of the Lord are supposed to be watching what these elites, what these governments is doing that they're promoting. You have to be teaching that, oh, they about to get ready. Oh, they just made this missile. We're not supposed to just be shaking hands with the wicked and you've been around them for 4 months and they not showing no type of way that they want to come into this faith. Kick the dust off of your feet because for somebody to hear you, they're going to change. If somebody is just hearing it in one ear and they go out the other, they ain't freaking hearing you. Wasting our time, and we in the end time and we want to focus on freaking debating. And when people leave, y'all both go y'all separate ways. Nobody said, oh, I just learned something. Oh, I get it. What is you? Do you really debating for money? You debating for views? Yes, some of the sheep might say, oh yeah, that was fire. This is really about teaching about Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the whole volume of the book, the prophecies, the parables, the dark sayings, and the milk, and pushing for the elect. Right? Verse 29, what sorrow awaits you, teachers of religious laws, you Pharisees, hypocrites, for you build tombs for the prophets your ancestors killed. You decorate the monuments of the godly people your ancestors destroyed. See that? Didn't you say if you had lived in the days of our ancestors, we would never have joined with them in killing the prophets? Some of you, Jake, probably would say that. Come to find out, when Yahushua come, right? Even if we gonna really know who's the true men of the Lord, right? And we're gonna know who those wicked niggas that got swallowed up by the earth in the time of Moses. And through the Spirit, the Lord is showing a lot of y'all spirits, man, because I know the judgment has happened in the house of Israel, right? 1 Peter 4:17. And I'm in this house. I know and I believe I'm in this house. So how much more for somebody that's falsely in the movement? And if I am, I'm going to be touched. If that brother is, he's going to be touched. This is why you have to have the fear of the Lord, not to be doing shit where you expose in the community, just like Michael Jackson was exposed for something. Oh, he touching little kids, or Jamie Foxx, or Diddy. The true men of the Lord is supposed to be humiliated when it comes to teaching the truth, not humiliated on what a woman said or what a brother said. Oh, you did this. Oh, I see text messages of that. And it don't pertain to the edification. The prophets was getting mocked for teaching the word of the Lord, speaking about the spiritual power, speaking about Yahushua being the son of man. Niggas is getting exposed for some wickedness, man. Right? And this is happening 24/7, not just one day, not just two, constantly. Verse 31, it says, but in saying that, you testify against yourselves that you are indeed the descendants of those who murdered the prophets, right? If the prophet's spirit is subject to the prophets, you have to know the false prophet's spirit is subject to the false prophets. Reincarnation, man. A greater Solomon is here. Nobody was like Solomon, but guess what? Yahushua even better than him. So you got prophets that's out, and their spirit is subject unto the prophets. They're going to come back. The same with the left-hand side. When you go to the word sinister in the etymology.com, sinister mean left or left side. A lot of you niggas are sheep, are wolves in sheep clothing, and you might think you not. Go ahead and finish what your ancestors started. This is what is going on right now. These wicked false teachers, or whoever the heck they is, they're finishing the job because everybody has a purpose, right? Snakes, sons of vipers. How will you escape the judgment of hell? Nobody can. Nobody's going to be able to escape the judgment of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care if you part of the Wu-Tang, the Luke Tang. I don't care if you part of the Fugazi podcast. How is anybody going to be able to stop the damnation of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai? Let me see. Wait, hold on. What's that saying? Did I say Matthew 23:14? Matthew 23:14. Hold on. Why? What happened? Salakios. 23 verse 33. Matthew 23 verse 14, which we already read. How can ye escape the damnation of hell? Right? Woe unto the scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye devour widow houses, for a pretense make long prayer. Therefore ye shall receive a greater damnation. You're gonna reap what you sow, man. Not all Israel on this side. That's a Hebrew Israelite with fringes. Not everybody that you see that's teaching is gonna get is gonna get salvation, man. Today was it, not even just today. Every week, whatever is coming out, it's you supposed to be sharper in the faith. We shouldn't be having spilled tea just coming out like a damn female. That shows like, what do kids do when they sneaking? They try to get on their tippy toes. So, but you go in that wrong area on the floor, you hear that crack on the floor, you hear crack, you hear that, I can't make the noise, but you hear that little crack on the floor. I hear somebody moving. Who's that moving in my house? I don't know. Some of y'all probably babies. Y'all might not even know about the old days. But I used to try to sneak and go in there and get some sugar bread. And next thing you know, as soon as I touched that refrigerator, she had that belt and whooped my butt. The things that you think that you might get away with, you're going to be caught and devoured. Hebrews 2:3. How shall we escape if we neglect so great salvation, which at the first began to be spoken by Yahweh Shem Shai and was confirmed unto us by them that heard him. Right? How shall we escape? Right? A lot of brothers or sisters is hiding things that they might do. Right? And some people that's hiding, you are a sneaky, conniving, mother-sucking Israelite. You ain't even really Israel. But I used to do this in the world, trying to think I was getting away, but I'm hiding it from humans. The Lord sees all things. Right? Going back with the video I just did, Proverbs 15:3 is a scary case, right? Especially like if you're a priest, right? And your daughter grows up and she's a whore. That is terrible, right? This is Proverbs 15:3. It says, the eyes of Yahweh are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. So what is you doing, Jake? What is you doing? It's a scary time right now. This is not the time to be playing. It's the time to be taking this serious. Ecclesiastes 3:15. I'm gonna just read it straight in the NLT. Right? This scripture right here is always used. We can always use this for a lot of lessons. Right? You can read the KJV, but I'm gonna read the NLT. It says, what is happening now has happened before. And what will happen in the future has happened before, because God makes the same things happen over and over again. So the same thing that could be happening today, tomorrow, it already happened in history, right? So every man, if you teaching, sharpen the fuck up, man. You cutting some meat or some vegetables or some fruit, and the knife is just dull. It's not cutting. That you supposed to know to sharpen it. Go get a knife stone or a blade sharpener and sharpen the damn knife, man. Right? A lot of y'all don't know what y'all signed up for. This is not about playing the game, not being serious. This is not about play acting. This is about real acting. The book of Acts, the apostles were making actions for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? So again, I'm not going to keep y'all too long. You see the title, woe unto the foolish prophets. Falsehood is getting exposed. The Lord is revealing, right? Revealing. If you don't see the times right now, this is not the time to be trying to fuck up. But guess what? Man's going to the Lord. Whatever you do, whatever you doing, the Lord is making the movements because the Lord know you niggas hearts, man. I said that was my last one. I got to get this, man. Jeremiah 17 and 10. A lot of y'all getting exposed or doing whatever you're doing because the Lord know your heart. Them things is getting exposed. Better yet, I like that one. Let's go to this one. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 12:14, the last verse. None of us know the heart. None of y'all can match the mind, right? Ecclesiastes 12:14, for God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be bad. So literally anything that you do, if it blows up and get exposed, what did Cali say? DJ Cali, God did. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is setting niggas up for the okie doke. You niggas don't know what he doing because you don't know how to duck and weave. Nobody can dodge a right hook from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. None of you niggas can, man. Not even me. Right? This is why you want to be moved by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Niggas really think they move by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but in secret, they take off that veil. They take off that fire and they try to be like something else. A lot of people is entertaining other spirits outside this truth. Gotcha. Women and men, right? Is entertaining other spirits outside this truth, and you don't truly got the armor on. Because if you had the armor on, none of us would be doing shit where it can counteract and make the ministry blame, right? The ministry is supposed to be blameless. When one person make a mistake, everybody pointing at every Israelite. Y'all all the same. Well, this is how we know that this is not the truth. It's not in one. In the scriptures, it was going to be the same way as old. Nobody outside this truth can understand this truth. Only people of the truth can understand what's going on, man. A Christian can't understand what's going on because they're not fully in these scriptures. Only somebody that is in this truth is going to understand. And if you do understand, every example we have that comes out from darkness supposed to put more fear upon you, man, to know, I can't play with the Lord. Oh, man, if he removed me out of this, right? So let's get this one. Lord willing, this is the last one. Let's go to Psalms. Let's see what David says. Psalms 51 and verse 10. Let's get this one, right? When you pray to the Lord, you begging. When you repenting, you being sorry. Shalom Shem Yawala. Yahweh Shema Shai Brakatah. Right? This is Psalms 51 verse 10. Create in me a new heart, a new mind, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Why is that? So I can move different. Right? It says, cast me not away from thy presence and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. I don't care who you is. Any man that got to come or woman got to say they got to step away from the truth or step down, you got to be afraid of saying those things. If you get removed or kicked out of a camp, if you're not even in a camp, you want to hope that you still in the spirit to teach the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. If any one of us come out our mouth saying, I'm going to step away from a minute, that right there should put the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in you. Because if you don't find yourself just teaching because you fucked up, Peter, do you think when Paul seen him acting funny towards the Gentiles, as soon as he seen the Jews, do you think Peter stopped teaching? He had to hurry up and correct it and fix it and go back out there, man. That's why David, when he committed the sin laying with another man's wife, you know what? He had to ask the Lord, don't cast your presence away from me, man. Don't take your spirit away from me. Did he just say, you know what? I did this. Let me not be a king anymore. That is a pussy, man. Through the spirit, if you just give up. but it's not really you. The Lord put it on you to give up because this is not for you, man. You know, we gonna make mistakes in this flesh, but it's about who really niggas want to say you don't know about you. You haven't been in my shoes. I don't want to be in your shoes because this type of shoes niggas is wearing nowadays, they like to give up soon as they get caught doing something. When they get corrected. Brother, you taught this wrong. That's the wrong breakdown. Oh man, or brothers want to bring something up 15 years ago. What about now? What we teaching right now? You want to bring up something 15 years ago and you agree with the same shit. What about right now, brother? Niggas got the mentality of quitting just because they got caught. Guess what? Niggas is trying to analyze this. When a nigga want to give up or walk away from teaching this word, you did it. You woman, you did it. Whoever you is. Anybody want to give up teaching the word of the Lord because somebody point, even if it's false accusation, niggas is accusing you falsely, you still gonna teach this word. Nobody should get in the way of your crown. Revelations, the 3rd chapter, man. Right? You taking a break, one break, you saying it out loud. I used to say this. You know what? I'm gonna stop teaching for a minute because I thought I wasn't. It's not because I was slipping or sinning. It was because I was being lazy. I wasn't reading enough. And as soon as camp come, I would just hurry up and get precepts. I was looking at that like, you know what? I'm about to chill from teaching because I shouldn't be lazy like this. Guess what? The brother Sammy Waller, yeah, come on, bro. Yeah, right. You know you're gonna teach the word. The next few hours, I'm doing a whole video. But we talking about a mistake that you might do. And the same thing I did. I shouldn't be saying it. And even if I'm saying it out my mouth, it should be a counter reaction. And guess what? The Lord allowed me to expose myself for some things that I said or did. When Humpty Dumpty fell, I don't think that nigga got back up. But a righteous man falls 7 times, he's getting up. Right? So let me read the brother Samuel Waller's precept on the screen. This is Acts, the 5th chapter, verse 38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of God, ye cannot overthrow it. See, that's how it is. And when you read up from 33, all them people would leave. They would leave because their ministry or whatever the hell they was teaching was not standing on solid foundation. So if a brother falls and don't get back up and stand strong, it was not of Yahweh Shema Shai what to begin with, but the Lord used you for what he wanted to, but your ass still couldn't see it. Because if you see the Lord's plan, nobody is giving up. Nobody's giving up, man. Niggas that's going against Yahweh Shem, niggas think that they going against the men of the Lord. You really going against Yahweh Shem Shai. Things that you do against this truth, you really going against Yahweh Shem Shai. Right? How you might be treating your wife in this thing, regardless if you think you know these precepts and that, and things get exposed, you're doing it truly against Yahweh Shem Shai. It's the sheep. What does he say in Matthew, the 25th chapter? Somebody that asked for a shirt, somebody asking for food. He said, and when he's talking to the disciples, you gave that unto me. They get in the kingdom. When he was talking about Esau in Matthew, the 25th chapter, they didn't give to the poor. They didn't do this and through the spirit. That was Yahweh Shai. That's us on this side. Trying to, let's get this. We need this. We need better presidents. We need better laws for our community. They didn't regard us at all. Jake, you really got to understand what you signed up for. This is not pre-gay, pre-K. I said pre-gay. This is the big leagues. This is the big leagues. You're not serving your boss at work. You serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, who you can't even see or touch. You living in a creation he made, man. It's scary to fall in the hands of the Lord, but it's good to fall in the hands of the Lord. From protection, from death, from harm, so on and so on. But to fall in the hands of the Lord because of wickedness, foolishness, laziness, right? Stupidness, brutish, right? Whatever the heck it is, it's a scary case for you niggas, man. What do you say? He say, what you gonna do when Freddie comes for you? What you gonna do when Yahweh B'Shem Shai come for you? What you gonna do, man? I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. Mighty Shalom to the hopeful elect in the same Spirit. In the same Spirit, Lord willing that y'all continue to endure and be sincere. Shalom to the Akwat believers in His faith and His truth. Lord willing that you continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing that most have mercy on other brothers and sisters that's not in faith. Woe unto you, foolish prophets. Falsehood is getting exposed. Not one day, but every day. Lord's will. Shalom.